Every morning you open a massive messy spreadsheet. For example, your system generates a sales report at the end of the day and your boss just wants to know what is happening, or we have to discuss this with your team. Now there are two ways. In option 1, you have to prepare all the report manually by analyzing the spreadsheet, and option 2, you wake up, you open your email, and this is waiting for you, a perfect 3 bullet point summary written by AI telling you exactly what you need to know. Today I am going to show you how to build this. Hi everyone, my name is Shovik and welcome to the Workflow Engineer channel. I am an electrical engineer and I spent 7 years at an MNC managing complex systems and coordinating cross-functional teams. My job was a constant battle against boring work and broken workflows, and in this video I will show you how to build an AI-powered SaaS dashboard using n8n. It is a system that automatically reviews large chunks of data and sends you a summarized email every single morning. We'll do this in 3 parts. First, I will explain how each node and tools work together as a system. Secondly, we will build it, configuring each node step by step. And finally, we will execute the workflow and evaluate the data at each step. My goal is that at the end of this video, you can build this exact system for yourself or even better. And to make it easier, I have added complete guide and copy-paste JSON file to my free toolkit, which you can download from the link in the video description. Alright, so let's build the workflow. Okay, so this is the workflow and this is the trigger. So what it does is that every morning at 8 a.m. the whole process starts from here, and then it gets the data from this Google Sheet, and then this data went to this code. What it does is that it comprises the data, like it calculates the KPIs and all, and then summarized format is generated for the LLM model, which I am using as Mistral here. Now the key thing is there, we can easily use this Google Sheet directly. We can easily feed this Google Feed directly to the generative AI model. But the thing is that if we are not using this, then the AI have to analyze all the data. It might be a 1000 rows data, or it might be a 2000 rows data. But what eventually will happen is that you will be eventually paying for all of the tokens it will consume, because then this AI model will have to check all the rows and all. Then you have to, it need to calculate all the data, and then it will convert the data into vectorized format, and then it will analyze that what kind of query we are giving, then it will be generating an answer. Now we have used this code. I will explain the code later when we will be explaining each node how to configure them. Now in next step, we have this generative model, like this chat model. I have given some prompt here. What it does is that it generates a summary, the opportunities and threats like that, based upon the data we are providing, and then the data is directly going to this code node. And what this code node does is it presses the data, like if the AI model is generating a text format, then it converts and structure the text into a JSON format, so that it can easily be formatted in the next level, which is build the HTML body for our mail. And this is the formatting stage. What it does is that we format the data for our email body, like the heading and all, like how the mail will be and how the mail should look like. So the formatting portion is done by this node, and then ultimately it goes to this send daily health report node, and then based upon whatever the feedback it is getting after this build HTML email body, it directly revert back to our email every morning. Now I hope this is understandable. Now in next step, we will configure each node and see how these things work. Okay, so now let us discuss step by step node that how they are configured. So step 1, this is our schedule trigger node, and as you can see I have given trigger interval as days, but you can do seconds, minutes, hour, weeks, months, or custom, or you can do a cron trigger as well. Now days between trigger I have given 1, and trigger at hour is that 8 a.m. So in every morning at 8 a.m. it will start the process. Now the next step, which is the data. Now I have connected my Google Sheet account here, and the operation is get rows, and there is the document name. You can change it, like I have given from list, as my account is already synced, so it automatically show you the it automatically show you what are the seats you are having. So I will just click this one, and the report summarizer is selected. Now in next step we have to select the sheet number. Like I have only one sheet, so as you can see it is only showing me one sheet. Okay, so that is it. Now other portions are not required. Now what I will do is I will explain what are the data I am using here. Let me just, yes. So this is the data I am using. It is a report, like this is date, account, like the account holders, company names. Then there is MRR, which is 12,300. This MRR is a monthly recurring revenue, and there is churn, new ARR, renewals, and health score. Now this MRR is the sum of all monthly revenues, and churn means how many customers left. The new ARR means the sum of all new yearly revenues. Then there is renewals, like how many renewals is there. And there is health score, like based upon all these data there is a generated health score. Like it can be generated from your software which you are using to generate this, like your sales software. Like there are scores, like it is from 0 to 10, like the topmost health score is 10 and the lowest will be 0. Now get back to the workflow. Okay, now next, so this is the code. As you can see, it is evaluating all the rows and all, and it is calculating the KPI, like total MRR, total ARR, churn count, renewals, average health. So everything is all the calculations are doing in this node. Like if we are using Excel, then all of these can be calculated using formula in Excel itself. But for our purpose, we need the actual data as well. Like if you are not using this code, you can calculate these sums and all in the sheet itself. But here I am using this code so that all of the things, like everything, can be seen here as well. But one thing is that for every type of data, like for my use case, whatever the data I am using here, this code is helpful. But if you are using some other kind of data, you need to change this code. So if you are using any another kind of data, you can email me. I will add my email link in the description or in my profile itself. So you just let me know, you can mail me and I will send you the proper code. Now then we have the LLM model which we are using here, the AI agent. So I have given, like, you are an executive briefing system. Let me just open this one. Okay. Summarize the provided KPI and sample data in 3 concise bullet points for a busy professional. Format your output as JSON like this: subject, string, bullets, risk, and opportunities. Okay, now go to the next step. Okay, so this is the presser what we are using here. What it does is that it presses the JSON string from LLM output into actual JSON. Like it can be a JSON file or it can be a text. Like it is depend upon what kind of prompt or what kind of LLM you are using. but for safety I am using this code. So what it does is that it converts the text into a JSON, which is easily handleable to the next step, which is build HTML email body. Now in this stage, what it does is that it gets the JSON text and then it converts all the thing into a format which can be easily put into our email. Now in the next stage, this is the email. Like I have given one of my email which I have logged in here. It is a SMTP account, quite robust or versatile, I would say. Like you can add any type of email ID here. So rather than going for a specific Gmail node, I am using this send email node. Now the subject is JSON subject. Like it will fetch the subject from the previous node. Then the format will be HTML and the body like the JSON HTML. All of this will be formatted with this build HTML node itself. Now do one thing. Let me just manual trigger this and let's see that how we are getting the result. As you can see, 104 items. Now the LLM model is generating, and I hope. Okay. So now it is sending an email to us. Okay, so email is generated. Now let's do one thing. We will check each node one by one how these results are generated. So as you can see, this is the thing, like timestamp, readable data, day of week. As you can see, today is Monday 2025 November and date is 10, the time is 20 and minute is 32. Now the next node. Okay, so as you can see, all the data which are fed there, it is fetching the data here, like you can see in the output. So yes, as you can see, it is fetching the data from this Google Sheet and it is generating the output. As you can see, it is calculating the account count, it is 104, that is correct. It is calculating the total MRR, total ARR, churn count, renewals and average health. Now in next stage it is calculating. Now in next stage you can see the top accounts it is showing, like Sigma Financial, the health is 9. Then there is Omega Energy, which is 9.7, and there is ACME Corp, which health is 8.7. So these are the top accounts which health score are good. Then you can see low health accounts, samples, and the note, like SaaS metrics aggregated for executive summary. Okay, so next stage. As you can see, based upon the input, it has generated the output like Q2 sales performance and the bullet points, like sales increased by 15% compared to Q1, reaching 5 million, all of this. So one more thing is that I have not mentioned the currency. So by default it has considered as dollar. We need to keep it in mind next time we are configuring this. And there are risks like market competition is increasing, which may impact future sales growth. And then there is opportunities like expanding into new markets could drive further sales growth. Okay, now next stage. Okay, so as you can see, this was the output and it converted the output into something like this: subject, bullet and risks. It is neatly formatted, as you can see. So it will be easy for the next node to handle this data. Now here is the next node. As you can see, as you have given, like this is will be the h2, which is the subject. As you can see, it is already showing Q2 sales performance. Then if we click here, all the bullet points are here, and this is the HTML. And the next node here you can see is that the mail is already sent. Now we will check our email that whether we have got the email in inbox or not. Let me just open the email once. As you can see, this is our Gmail, and yes, we have got this email right now. As you can see, auto generated email, 2025 11/10 at 20:32:42, source Google Sheet. This is the heading, this is the subject. Sales increased by 15% compared to Q1, reaching 5 million. Top performing product was product X with a 25% market share. Customer acquisition cost decreased by 10% due to improved marketing strategies. So as you can see, and there are some risks as well. Market competition is increasing. We have seen all this thing in the n8n workflow here as well. Like let's open this node. Yes, as you can see here, all of these are covered in the email itself. So ultimately we will be getting the summary in our inbox every morning. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any query, you can reach out to me. I will add my email in the video description as well as my profile description in YouTube. And secondly, I have added the link of the toolkit. Like if you want, you can download the toolkit and you can use it. Okay, so thank you, and for the next video I will come up with some new automation.